Hey everybody.
Hey y'all.
I am Pastor Brandon.
And I am Cornieta Whitfield.
And we're just sitting here relaxing, maxing, keeping it all cool. We just got finished doing our virtual launch.
Yes.
We were so happy to see so many people tune in through Facebook and through Instagram, even though Instagram got cut off kind of early.
Got shut down, y'all.
But it was so good. We were able to sit down with a panel of some of our most influential friends, some of the nation's leading thought leaders.
Yes.
We had Pastor Frank Centur from Faith Church, and we had Shell Vera, a good friend of ours, voice coach.
Yes.
We had E.J. Alexander, actor, and we had Brian Bullock, who is an amazing speaker, nationally known, and also a new author.
And don't forget our amazing advocate and friend and great mommy, Emanuela Palmer.
Yes, it was so good to have them all on. And my wife thought it would be good to sit here and have a little conversation about some things that we weren't able to actually fit into the hour-and-a-half slot that we picked out for the launch. And so this conversation is real, it's raw, it's vivid. My wife and I are going to go deep, and we're going to talk about some of the issues that we weren't able to talk about during the launch. So welcome, welcome, welcome. You guys get a little sneak peek.
So come on in, y'all.
If you're watching from YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That bell at the top, I think is left or right-hand corner of the screen, so that you can be notified every time that we come on. We're so happy to finally be able to live our life out loud. We know we've been silent for some time now, but we are welcoming you all in because we're ready to share with you how we are able to face our interruption and get through it, get through the end of it like a champion.
Yeah.
Like a champion.
Yeah.
So come on in, sit down with us.
Wow, that was awesome.
That was good.
That was awesome.
That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I can't believe we're here.
I know. Can you believe it? It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
It's been a long time coming.
Did you see yourself here though?
No. I mean, I think that in the beginning when everything was happening, my thought wasn't here. But as I was on the journey and as I was taking time to actually heal, as I was making those necessary steps and those strategic steps and towards my healing, I think that along the way you just ended up here. You know what I mean? Your healing produces something, and it produces something different for every person who goes through their interruption and are healed through it, right? But in our case, this is what our interruption produced out of our healing. Yeah. So
I don't know if I knew what the end looked like. Yeah. And in some ways, I don't think we're at the end.
No.
I think that this is the beginning.
Yeah.
So it's funny because it's taken us a long time, over almost a year and a half, or almost 2 years.
To produce the book?
Yeah.
3 years in the process of healing and producing and writing and here, yes.
So the twins would have been 3 years, about 3 years old.
3 years old, yeah.
Wow.
2017, 18, 19, 2020, April of 2017.
So they would be walking.
They would be walking, talking. Wow.
A couple of years getting ready for kindergarten. Wow. That's crazy. That hits home.
It does.
You know, so I don't know if I ever pictured myself being here.
No.
You know, but I know God did.
Yeah. I think that we definitely pictured ourselves being where you just described. That when we had the twins, or when we were pregnant with the twins, was that we had a vision for what that was going to be. We did picture them growing and living and just being able to be a part of their lives and being their parents. So in some ways, no, we did not picture that this would be the end result, but it is the beginning in many ways because it really is a conception of something so much larger than us.
But how did you bury the twins, but you kept the story alive? How did you separate the both?
Wow. That is a really difficult question. That's a really good question. But in order for us to be able to move forward, we have to be able to have purpose. So for me, being able to bury them but keep the story is understanding the purpose in what was going on. But even understand the purpose of my life, because it's easy to go through something and not just bury it, but bury yourself, bury your purpose, bury your dreams. And so if you believe that there's more to you than just the situation, there's more to your life than just this moment that is taking place, then you're able to bury that, but keep the story alive.
Yeah. And I think that finding out that divide between the both, burying it, but keeping the strength of the story. I think that is the key to successfully getting through any interruption. You know, whether it is a divorce, just because you bury the relationship doesn't mean that you have to also get rid of the strength that you learned through those years. So it's okay, because sometimes people feel like they have to stay in it, even though it's dead, it's not working anymore, and they have to keep it. Because I went through that, you know. I rode around with my twins, boy, I tell you, for weeks. We could not bury them. We felt like burying them was saying absolutely
they're
done.
Exist.
They didn't exist, or you're erasing all the 9 months that you carried them and your trauma that you went through in the hospital, all of that experience. You felt like if you buried it, if you got rid of it, if you were done with it, then it would erase all of that.
But isn't that the reason why we hold on to a lot of things in our lives, Brandon?
All the time.
We have invested so much into that relationship, so much into that project, so much into that dream, that now when it comes to a place and we have to miscarry it because it just didn't happen the way that we wanted to, we feel that we can't let go because we've invested so much.
Yeah, it's always about that investment.
Yeah.
And that investment will keep us bound to a dead body.
Yeah.
It will keep us bound to something that doesn't bring life anymore. There was once life there.
Yeah.
You burying it does not deny the fact that there was once life there. You getting that divorce does not deny the fact that there was once love there.
Yeah.
You moving away from your parents, out of the city that you were raised in, it doesn't negate the fact that there was once life here. I was exuberant here. I felt like I could live. I was excited.
Yeah.
But that's not here anymore. So when you stop living there, when it stops giving you a source of life there, wherever your there is, it's time to bury it and move on to the next thing. And when you decide to bury it and move on to the next thing, it is not an offense to what you were burying.
No.
The twins would not have wanted us to hobble around their grave and never move on. If that would have been the case, we would have never gotten Carter.
Yeah.
We would have never he fills our life with so much joy. I tell you, sometimes I get up in the middle of the night and I'm like, oh, I just wanna, but
you're so much joy.
But then I start thinking about how much joy he gives us. And we wouldn't have been here if we would have huddled around that grave. And you know people who do that. They huddle around that grave because that's where they last laid them. Because
you know what, Brandon, I will say that I understand why some people would even huddle around that grave, because to dream again is so painful. I was actually in the store, getting my stuff for tonight. My nails and everything, my life. And I was talking to a girl. I wouldn't say a little girl, but I was talking to a lady that was there, and I was asking her, where can I pick up this item and things like that, and she was like, just telling me. And I was telling her that I was so excited because tonight we're launching our book. And, I still got to show up. You know what I mean? I still have to get my hair done. I still have to have my makeup. I still have to look great, right? And so she started asking me about the book. And I find that in that moment, she revealed to me that she went through a miscarriage. But she didn't reveal it to me while I was telling the story, while I was talking about my book. She revealed it to me after I was done. She asked me, did I try again? And I thought that was so interesting because I never said anything about what happened after, because I was talking about what was happening now. Wow. And so she wanted to know, did we try again? And I told her about that we had Carter and that he, tears up our whole house and all this stuff. And the thing that she said to me was that she's not in that place, that she revealed to me that she went through a miscarriage, but she's in her healing process. She's not healed yet, and she doesn't know when she's going to be able to try again. And the one thing she said was, I don't know when I want to try again because it's so painful.
It is.
What I went through was so painful that I can't be able to wrap my mind around it happening again.
Yeah.
And so that fear of it happening again stunts us from being able to move past that pain. So we huddle around that grave.
Of course, we huddle around that grave. And there are so many scriptures in the Bible that talk about that, but one of the best ones is one of the ones that we covered tonight during the launch, which was Lazarus. And when Jesus finally came on that fourth day, he didn't want to have any conversation about anything else. He asked them to show him where they last laid him. And I think for many of us, that's what he's asking us, to show us where we last laid down the hope, where we last dreamed again, where did we feel that spark for the last time again. Whenever we can reflect on those things, and even though it's painful to reflect on that, because it's impossible to reflect on the good times without feeling that pain kind of entwined in the memories of the good times, but God causes us to have to go back to those memories. He told them, show me where you last laid them, and they had to revisit the day that they buried him, go back to that place to get their healing
and feel that again.
Yeah. I mean, they expected Jesus to at least show up to the funeral. You know what I'm saying? When they called for him, they said, Lazarus, whom you love, has died. It would have been one thing if it was Lazarus, a stranger. But Lazarus, whom you love, your friend, how come you didn't come to his rescue? And we all feel like that. We all feel like we're Jesus' best friend. And so when he doesn't come, when he doesn't come to our rescue, it is an immediate insult.
Oh my God.
Can we talk about that? Immediate.
Can we talk about those daddy issues that we talked about today that we get when we feel like God does not show up in the way that he should, or that we expected him to? Because, if we all want to be real, we look at God like he's just, like this genie in a sense. We just, he's up there, he's big, whatever we want, we just ask and we shall receive, right? Knock and it shall be open. And you get in this place where you really feel like whatever you ask for, he's going to provide that. But him being God and also your Father has the right to say no when that time comes and you ask for something that he feels like in that moment is not going to propel you forward into your destiny or fulfilling your purpose, but it's going to hinder you from becoming who he has called you to be. And so sometimes our interruptions comes in our lives, and it comes not only because you've done something wrong, but it comes in your life even when you've done something right. But it comes with the intention of catapulting you to whatever direction that he wants you to be.
But it's all about perspective. Because if you don't have that perspective, then you will take God's hand when he's moving you in a direction where you could win, where you could be better in your life. We will take that and we will interpret it, internalize it, and say, God, you ruined my opportunity. Oh my God. You destroyed my opportunity.
And didn't some of the people say that tonight? Like they felt like, oh my God, this was the moment.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it.
Well, we all talk about how we can forgive a man, how we can forgive a woman, how we can forgive each other. But very rarely do we talk about how we need to forgive God. Because we never think about how we are holding offense against God. But I got to tell you, for a while there, when we lost our twins, I was offended by God.
Come on. I had daddy issues.
Absolutely.
I did. I did, because I felt like this was something that I've always wanted. This is something I've talked about all my life. Everyone who knew me, everyone who was around me, they knew that I wanted twins. Like that's what I professed out of my mouth every single day. And then for it to happen, it was like, wow, like God heard me. Like, even when you wasn't really praying that he would, it was kind of like, if you do it, it'll be kind of awesome. If you don't, well, but when he showed up, it was like, thank you. It was like that, when your father walks into the room and, you were just watching TV and they just brought you a cupcake and was like, I just thought about you, and it just brightens up your day. It was unexpected, but it was beautiful and it was well received. But then when things turned and we were in a place where we were now losing the very thing that we hoped for, and we had this idea of what it was going to be like to be a parent, and then all of that is stripped from you in just a moment. The title of being a mom, the idea of being a mom, the things that you would do, as a mommy, all of that just goes down the drain. So it was painful because sometimes I feel like we have an idea of what our life should be. we have an expectation of what our business should be, and how our family should treat us, and how loved ones should treat us. And then when those expectations are not fulfilled, we're in a rude awakening to realize that life is not always as fair as we think it is.
My aunt used to say, we'll understand it better by and by.
Bye. Yeah.
So good.
So good. Yeah. So that is just an opportunity for you guys to just join us in our conversation about tonight. We're just really excited about releasing this book. Like, can't believe that we're here, that our pain has produced such purpose where we're going to have the opportunity to speak into the lives of so many people, and just giving them tools and strategies and just different techniques on how they can navigate any kind of interruption that comes their way. So thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. We appreciate it, and we just want to say bye.